Hey, pre-notification gang. Hey, Edgar. Bought your merch. Thanks. Hope you like it. Fuck yeah. Exit the resub turtle. And the resub. Good speller. When's the next merch drop? Tuesday. Thanks to resub Lucrezia, Steve, Myrtle, Parallel, Emilio, Purple, and Kitty. And the Prime Demon. And the resub Neon. Do you see Steven Seagal opened up a dojo to teach Russian soldiers how to fight? Yes, I did, and I couldn't be happier to hear that. It's so good. Yeah. Steven Seagal, the ultimate weapon, is now bestowing upon mere mortals his infinite wisdom in combat. The timing is crazy because probably about 6 days ago, maybe, we just went down the Steven Seagal rabbit hole again, showing you, like, when he pretends to be a police officer, when he pretends to be a martial artist, and all kinds of things like that. Like, we just went down the Steven Seagal rabbit hole, and not even a week later, he's now teaching the Russian military how to fight. They couldn't have chosen a better man for the job. Thanks to the resub. Synth, Tad, Gucci, Peyton, Denzel, Purple, Matt, Rosa, Starlight, Nile, and the Tier 1 Heat Me Up, Tier 1 Biscuit, and the Prime Pug, and Dead Pixel. I'm in a tournament today. A $100,000 Apex tournament. I haven't played Apex in quite a while. So, we'll see how it goes. It's not like a pro tournament, so I might have a chance. I used to be extremely good at the game, so I'll probably be best in the lobby in terms of, like, how many hours, but it's been years since I've been actively playing, so we'll see. I am going to be using controller, though. Thanks to 5 gift subs, Troid, and the resub Rockstar, Miliki, and the bits Arrow, and User. And bits Wes. And the resub Chronix and Wrench. I know our Apex team did great last night. They went wild in that second series. Thanks to resub Tori. Who's on your team? I'm not sure. I actually have no clue. At 6v6, Twitch versus YouTube, it's Ludwig's tournament. Ugh. So I'm not sure who's on my team. I really don't know. He's a tier 1 Matthias, and the resub Tori, and Dix Max, the bits Twitch, and Camus. And the bits Token. No, I don't know who that is, Twitch. And thanks to the bits Amsterdam. You hear Jonah Hill cured Kanye from his anti-Semitism? Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Ye made an Instagram post saying, just watched 21 Jump Street and I no longer hate Jewish people. It was wild. Here, I'll pull it up real quick, I guess. His acting actually cured his anti-Semitism. So, congrats to Jonah Hill. It made me like Jewish people again. No one should take anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatreds towards millions of innocent people. No Christian can be labeled an anti-Semite knowing Jesus is Jew. Thank you, Jonah Hill. I love you. When I first watched 21 Jump Street, I thought to myself, wow, Jonah he's changing lives with this performance. Like, he's doing it. And it's so nice to see that almost a decade later, I was proven right. I knew Jonah Hill's performance in this movie would have been enough to warm the heart of even the coldest Grinch. And by golly, he did it. Here's the resub Chill, Yo-Yo, Red Panda, Camping, and Pepto-Bismol in the gift sub cereal. And the bits Chris and Butler. And yeah, I saw that, Chris. I was actually really fucked. I think the bits Tori. Reminds me of the guy who reforms KKK members. I vaguely know who you're talking about. I've seen an interview with like a former KKK member who had like made friends with someone who apparently does it pretty often to like actually go talk to like these racists. But I don't know exactly who you're referring to. That guy though is a saint. And that's a little different than just acting in a comedy movie. Like I bet when Jonah Hill was playing in this movie, he wasn't like, I can't wait for people to to stop, being anti-Semitic. This is the role that's going to change that. Meanwhile, that guy who talks to the KKK members, his whole goal is to try and let them know that this is ridiculous. Like, your racism is ridiculous here. Jonah Hill was just goofing around. He's a tier 1 butler. And I have not been to that museum biscuit, but I've heard of it. 21 and 22 Jump Street are goated movies. Oh, they slap. They're actually really good. They're fantastic films. And the bit's nuclear. Just this headline is so good. Ye says Jonah Hill made him like Jewish people again. Man, this Jewish guy in the movie is making me laugh really hard. Maybe all Jewish people aren't bad. Huh. He like just goes and sits and marinates on it. It's like, huh. I was laughing, and it was a Jewish man making me laugh. Fuck, I guess they're not all bad. Thanks to the resub Eldon and John and the bits Escori. Have you seen the Arizona police using grappling hook device to stop chases? Have they started implementing it? I remember we talked about it a little bit. Thanks to the gift sub R8 and the resub Majora. The resub Ryan. What if he watches a bad movie with a Jewish actor and starts to hate them again? Oh man, yeah, true. We could only be on borrowed time here with this change of pace. Thanks to Tier 1 Big Will, Tier 1 Bacon Bread, and the resub Annie. Yeah, the Resident Evil 4 remake is fantastic. Yeah, we can talk about the TikTok Congress stuff. I haven't watched the whole thing. It's fucking 5 hours long. But I've seen some of the juicy bits. I've made it clear I'm no fan of TikTok. I am also very confident that there is a huge level of like spyware with TikTok associated with it, more than the CEO lets on. But holy shit, this congressional hearing or whatever has done nothing but make the CEO of TikTok look like a patient saint, like an actual Zen master to deal with the unhinged lunacy and out of touch questions those fucking fossils were throwing his way. It blew my mind. It blew my fucking mind. And especially Ursula from Florida. Hold on, where is she? Her. Oh my god, she's so dumb. She kept asking him questions, but instead of letting him answer, she'd just say, yes, yes, yes. And then she pulled up a random shitpost on TikTok like, you see this threat? Oh, fuck me. It was ridiculous. Where's the sound? You guys hearing sound? Well, let me see what's going on. Oh, it switched the output. That was easy. Yeah, so she pulled this up and she's like, look at this! Outrageous! It's not a viral post or anything, by the way.
That video was posted 41 days ago. As you can see, it is captioned me as F. At the House Energy and Commerce Committee on March 23rd of this year. This video was posted before this hearing was publicly noticed. I think that's a very interesting point to raise. But more concerning is the fact that it names this chairwoman by name. Your own community guidelines state that you have a firm stance against enabling violence.
Where's the
TikTok.
She just really tries to hammer this in ineffectively.
You couldn't take action after 41 days. Platform.
Where's her next?
You damn well know that you cannot protect the data and security of this committee or the 150 million users of your app because it is an extension of the CCP. And with that, I yield back.
Oh, this didn't get her whole statement. Hold on. You need to see the rest of her questions. Do they have... Alright, you know what? I'll just do this. I'll just go to... Oh, where's the whole thing? Here. I'll just go to it here. When was it? Dude who asked about TikTok using Wi-Fi? I don't remember, but I think they were trying to make a bigger point. And this is really giving a very charitable bone to the person who asked the question. I think what they were getting at with asking about Wi-Fi is he was trying to state that if one device is connected to a network, it can access everything on that network, which it can, but he couldn't ask the question because I don't think he really fully understood it. But again, I'm doing a very charitable service trying to even make some sense out of that awful question. Where the fuck is the... Surely someone's posted, like, the clips by now. Only that one? Damn, I'm actually gonna have to scrub through the whole thing to pull up the rest of her shit. It's terrible. This accomplished nothing except making their CEO look better. Which again is a real shame. Oh, here she is. It's a real shame because, again, I full-heartedly believe there is a lot more fishy shit at play on the back end of TikTok, but they did not even get close to the bottom of it because they couldn't even wrap their head around what an app on your phone is. It's tragic. And they're all hung up on like, he actually, hold on. It's in here. Where's your...
Ask you then, if there is no threat to Americans, if there is no but this website has been scrubbed for a half a dozen times in your opening testimony.
Here we go.
Yes.
Our general counsel is,
Yes.
He's not.
My colleague is Mr. Zhang Fuping is the
He's not.
editor-in-chief.
He's not
My
the-
colleague, Representative
Just
Burgess,
doesn't even let him say it or
a
talk.
few minutes ago exposed that TikTok and ByteDance share legal teams. You confirmed this, correct?
Our general counsel is
Yes.
an
Yes or
American
no?
lawyer,
Yes.
veteran of Microsoft.
Also, my
many years.
colleague, Representative Latta, confirmed that your parent
Fucking
company,
worthless.
ByteDance, currently can access user data. Yes?
We have to be more
Yes.
specific.
Yes.
After
You
Project
say-
Texas, no.
I'm not asking after Project Texas, I'm asking now. Yes.
Some user data is public data, Congresswoman, which
So
means
you confirm
everybody
that.
can search
What's
for it on the
interesting
internet.
to me is that you have used the word transparency over a half a dozen times.
So, Ursula doesn't seem to understand that when you ask a question, you should wait for an answer instead of fill in your own blanks here. So, her asking about the data that they're accessing, he talks about the public data, which is something every app in the world accesses, even that computer she's on right there. I bet she's logged in on Twitter. That uses all of your fucking data too. I bet she has a Facebook account. That not only accesses all of your data, it sells it too. All of these apps do that. What they needed to get to the bottom of is more in line with like what is TikTok specifically doing with that data and how it relates to like the CCP and shit like that. But instead they're so hung up on like public data. You're accessing public profiles. That's creepy. That's something one of the guys said. It's so fucking crazy. And for some reason, they don't even let him answer, so they get no answers. They get nothing out of this. It is fucking worthless. It is a complete waste of time. Oh, it was so frustrating listening to it. Thanks to Tier 1 May and the resub Dan, Ace, Pokemaster, Beef, and the Prime Met. They said they were watching children's public profiles, which was creepy. Everything's watching every public profile ever. That's the whole point of it being public. It gets scanned in these systems. That's not exclusive to TikTok. Twitter does it. Facebook does it. YouTube does it. Everything does it. Literally everything. We threw away our privacy long, long ago. TikTok is just a little more nefarious, potentially, with what it uses that data for, at least based on like reports from a year or two ago. He's the Tier 1 Mommy Milker and the Prime Dead Puff and the Resub Skeleton and the Bits Biscuit and Vane. Not meant to be informational or useful, it's meant to grandstand for campaigns. It's actually tame compared to everything else, and, well, I guess maybe. It's still so stupid, though, because this doesn't do anything to further anyone's agenda here. Everyone that asked him questions today looks like a bumbling fucking buffoon. A genuine moron. Like, I feel like all this does is shake people's confidence in their elected representatives here. They couldn't they couldn't ask a good question. Were they like this with Mark Zuckerberg? Yes! Yes, they were. It was just as bad with Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg sat in the same hot seat as this guy did, and he got bombarded with just as stupid questions. If I remember correctly, one of the Facebook questions was, do I need internet to connect to Facebook? Or something like that. We are not getting anything out of this garbage. Thanks to the Bits Biscuit. Ugh. Thanks to the Prime. Calarosa. The Google CEO too. I don't remember that one. I just remember the Zuckerberg Android protocol when he sat here, and now I watched a decent bit of the TikTok one. Not the whole thing, mainly just through like long clips going over the wackiest moments. I think there was like only one. I think there was only like one congressman who asked like a single decent question. Thanks to Resub Zaza, Nelly, and Vampire. What do you think their approach should be on this topic? Hand it off to people that understand it. Clearly, this woman doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. At all. She has no clue what's going on right there. And she clearly doesn't even want to get answers because she's too busy answering herself. So get someone who gets it, have them ask the questions, and come up with the questions to begin with. Delegate. This is clearly not her strong suit. She's not even old! That you can't just keep using the excuse of they're all fucking geriatric. She is not old. She is willfully stupid. And still tries to act like an authority on the topic. She pulled up a fucking 400 view shitpost to try and use it as a point that completely fell flat. And then doesn't even let the guy answer her questions because she's too busy answering herself. I feel like those halo rings she's wearing around her ears are like pulling down her brain or something. Like, I don't understand what the point of her whole line here was. She got nothing done. Thanks to 5 gift subs, Metalhead. Appreciate it. And the tier 1 Fidget and the Prime Sovereign. And Rain and the bits Arrow and Bongwater. I couldn't tell you, Arrow. I actually have no idea. Thanks to the Prime Tim. And the bits Gaming. Yeah, it was painful to watch this shit. Absolutely painful. Thanks to tier 1 nut. 10626 is the Wi-Fi question.
And on a device in one pocket, but download it on your device in the other doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I believe Congress and DoD should address the continued use of TikTok on military installations as well as any use that depicts U.S. military operations. Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the...
So if I have a TikTok app...
Again, this is being very charitable. I think the point he was trying to make is when it accesses the Wi-Fi, it has access to all of your devices that are within that network, which every device that accesses your Wi-Fi does. That is factual. That is true. Which is actually something that happened to Kaya. He downloaded a burglar broke in and downloaded a torrent, and it came with a virus, which infected multiple devices that were on his network. It is known that when you are on a Wi-Fi network, it connects to more than just the single thing that's connected to it. It's everything there. So I think his point was, can it access my other devices? Which is why he's talking about, like, downloading on a device next to me. Shit like that. But the way he asked that question is so bafflingly stupid that even the TikTok CEO's like, fucking obviously, it's gonna access your Wi-Fi if you turn it on, right? Like, it's just craziness. So have someone who understands what the fuck they're talking about be the one to ask these questions. When's the new God Slap comic coming out? End of May, early June. I can't remember which one it is for issue 4. Issue 3 just dropped, though. I think you gave him too much credit. He probably thinks Wi-Fi is a radio. Again, it's a very charitable interpretation of what I think he could have been trying to say. I could be way off and giving way too much credit there. I don't know. Thanks for the bits, Cargo. Ooh, thanks for the long time of watching then, Cargo. Do you by chance have any of those old videos saved anywhere? I'd love to see them again. Thanks for the bits, Kogrin. Gotta love the reporters sitting around on the floor like kids. You know what? Until you pointed that out, I didn't even notice. Interesting. Yeah, true. Surely there's like more they could do there than just sit on the floor, right? It's literally every single court hearing ever. They all sit on the floor always? They can't accommodate that a little better? I guess it doesn't really matter. Thanks for the resub, Andromeda.